Om Shanti. Today we have Brother Bill and Brother Enrique from Spain, and it's with a pleasure that we welcome them, and we will hear from them directly how many years they are in service. And Brother Bill and Brother Enrique, both of them handle the Spain country, and they have many centers out there as well for meditation. So let's see what we can hear from them today that will be of interest to everybody. Welcome, Brother Bill and Brother Enrique.
Thank you.
So, Brother Bill, you mentioned you were doing meditation for how many years?
Right now, it's been 37 years.
Oh, and Brother Enrique?
Same time.
Same time.
1 week before.
You were 1 week before. Oh.
Or two.
So tell me the story. What happened? I mean, at that young age, living in Spain, why did you want to turn to meditation?
Mhm.
And what was it?
Well, I was 27 and I was already a father. I had a child at that time, but I was already divorced. And so I did many things the years before, but I was feeling not satisfied with my life. There was nothing wrong, in fact, but internally there was like an emptiness. So I was living outside Barcelona where my parents were living, and Bill was living with my parents already at that time. So I decided to go back and just reflect on my life and see how can I find something different. So I went back and I started to look for different things. Yoga, macrobiotics, I changed my diet, I started to become a vegetarian. And I was talking to Bill and he also liked the idea and he started to do things, both we started to do things in different groups. And this took 2 years. So it was like a preparation to coming after to Brahma Kumaris, no? So we were prepared and we decided also to live together, not to live in my parents' home. So we started in a small apartment and we were meditating already, not exactly knowing what we are doing, but meditating. And then suddenly I met a person and I was talking to him and he said, I know some people that are thinking like you, that have similar thoughts and similar attitudes, so I will introduce you. So I was thinking, well, I'm doing so many things. And he said, Raja Yoga. And I said, another yoga, so many yogas I was doing. And I say, well, I'm not sure if I want to go because I'm happy with what I'm doing. But he was very clever and he said to me, I invite you to some tea and some cookies. And then I say, okay, this is a good idea. So it was the yukti. And then I went to the center and there were 2 sisters there. And they were very happy and very joyful. So we had a very nice conversation. They were in white, I was in black, because I was doing hatha yoga and different kind of martial arts also a little bit. So my dress was completely dark, black. But I was feeling very happy in the center. So one of them, she said, do you want to meditate in the meditation room? And I say, why not? Because I'm meditating. So I sat there, she put a little bit of music, and suddenly there was like a shower of peace. Never had in my life this experience, like a cascade, I would say, not a shower, more than a shower. And suddenly I felt so much peace, my mind completely quiet, my body, my heart, everything. And then I was surprised and I said to her, what is this? And she said, I don't know, because she didn't know what happened to me. I said, I'm experiencing so much peace. And she said, oh, well, this could be your experience. And then I say, I want more. And she said, well, come next week and you can start the course. I said, next week? No, too late. Tomorrow. So she said to me, okay, I work, so you have to come at 7 in the morning. I said, yes, tomorrow I will be at 7 in the morning. So I took the course in the morning. And, well, it was a very experiential course because she was giving me 15 minutes class and 15 minutes drishti. And we're only 2 persons. So I like very much the drishti, the energy of the vision. And then after that, Bill was seeing me, that I was very happy, and she said, what are you doing? And I said, come. So I introduced him in the center, and he took the course also. And after that, we start our journey in Brahma Kumaris since then.
I am listening to you, and Brother Bill, would you like to add to that? And
Well, more or less was this. I just came back from my military service. I was a little bit lost, no direction. And so it was a period of seeking, searching for something that could give us spiritual support. And so we found this place. No?
So you were not married? Were you-
I was not interested in the Brahma Kumaris, but when I saw him so intoxicated, putting songs all day long, I was thinking, what's going on? What's
songs
happened?
in English or in Hindi?
Spanish
songs. They were
the
Spanish
songs from
songs.
Colombia, all day long. And I was thinking, what's going on here? I'm missing something. So finally, I had to discover.
And so you were not married.
No, I was
Okay.
single.
You had just gone for military service.
Exactly.
And what sort of work were you both doing? What sort of work do you do?
Well, I studied electronics, and when I came back from the military, I was working for 1 year, and then it was finished that job, and I was at this period I was not working. I was more like engaged in this meditation or spiritual practice, no? But I was looking for a job connected with my studies, which I found a little bit later.
Mm-hmm. And you were working.
I was working already, doing everything. Everything. I was
You had a good job, everything.
not so good. Well, not bad, but I mean, I was painting walls. I was working in kitchen. I became a cook. I was working with my motorbike, so I was doing all kind of works at that time. But then when I came back to Barcelona, I thought, well, maybe I had to have more stable job. And then I looked for a job in a company, and then I started a new career at that time. Mm-hmm.
You know, hearing your story about going through probably relationship difficulties can be very, very heartbreaking. And I can understand that you go through a low and then you start questioning life. And so that is like the awakening. And what happened, if I may ask, with your son? Did he stay with your wife?
My daughter.
Or your daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
No, when I started to live a spiritual life, she was living with me. She was 8 years old at that time, and her mother was mentally ill at that time, so she couldn't take care of her. So we started together in the spiritual life, and she was coming to the center, and she was starting to meditate, and she was really happy with me and with this spiritual life. But then after 1 year, her mother wanted her to come back with her. So I talked to Daddy Yankee at that time and asked her, what do you think? Because she's very, very well with me, and she's very nice, and she loves meditation. But her mother wants her to go back. And Daddy said to me, ask her what she wants. I say, oh, but she's 8 years old. No, she will know. So I asked her, and she said to me, very interesting, that she was very well with me, but she wanted to go back with her mother because she wants to help her mother. So it was some kind of inspiration, because she didn't remember this now. But I remember very clearly, because it was very surprising for me. So then she went back, and she was slowly more disconnected from spirituality. And but still, we had a very close relationship and connection. And she was coming with me many times. She has been in Maduan twice in the Peace of Mind retreat. And she met all these seniors, and so she was very close. And she is very close already. She loves meditation, but then she got married and has children, his own business. So he has a good life in a sense. And she knows many things, and she is very connected with that, but doing her own things now.
So you're a grandfather.
I'm a grandfather also, yes.
And I'm a grandmother too.
You're a grandmother, very well.
Yes, I have two grandchildren and a third one coming along.
Wow.
So, yes, tell us now, Brother Bill, in your case, you were in the military background, you were working, and that's a lot of, you can say, discipline as well as a lot of thought for violence. So, tell me did you like it in the military, or was it, what did you feel when you were there?
Oh, I didn't like it, but what happens is that in Spain at that time, then later on changed, but it was compulsory. So everyone has to be for 1 year. So it's a loss of time and waste of time, because what do you do there? You just do some practices, but really it's not worth but it was compulsory. So
Yes, even in
for-
Thailand we have it. The military service is compulsory. I think some countries are 2 years.
at least where I went, they used to give us many days free to go back to our homes. It was not so much time there, no. But as I said, the important thing is that it gives you an experience of emptiness afterwards. Oh well, now what? where will I go? Where should I go now? So it was a nice period of searching and trying to find something beneficial and spiritual for our lives.
So, but usually the military service is straight after college or something, right?
You can postpone it.
Oh, okay.
According to your career, to your studies.
You can.
You can postpone it until till the end of the studies.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then after that, some years later, they finished this compulsory nature of the military service. Now they don't have to do it in Spain.
So tell me, besides when you took the meditation course and the experience, I can see he had a beautiful vision and the cascade of love and peace. And so it was very practical and very real, because you had that experience, which is a blessing and a grace, which everybody doesn't have. So in your case, Brother Bill, you saw your brother. That was your awakening, that, oh, my brother is changing so quickly.
Something is happening to him.
Yeah.
And I must find out.
Okay.
Because he seems to be very happy and very intoxicated.
First of
And
all,
I am missing something.
and I would like to say that it was really very sweet and interesting that you both got together and decided to live on your own. And how are your parents? Are they still around? No. Okay.
No.
But how long after that were they around? And did you tell them about the meditation before?
Yes. And they knew, and they were very open and accepting, and there was no problem in the family with that.
And did they do some
They
meditation?
even came sometimes to
Do some meditation.
have some, yes,
That's very good.
do
Because
some activities of the Brahma Kumaris, and they were happy with that.
it's very good because at least, the purpose of life, when we understand it, is to be happy from inside and to be able to be happy authentically without anything external. Because outside everybody thinks it's money that gives happiness. And yet we know that even people who have a lot of money and fame, like the film stars and popular famous people, some of them still commit suicide. And then we think good health is what makes you happy, but there are a lot of sports people who are depressed as well. And you can have an accident and you can fall sick, and then what? So happiness isn't outside, it's inside. And that's what meditation and especially Raj Yoga teaches us, that, and shows us and proves to us. And luckily I would say, and before the pandemic and during the pandemic, I did my PhD in Raj Yoga, and which the research paper proved that Brahma Kumari's Raj Yoga gives happiness and life satisfaction. Yeah, and so it's something that we felt. That's why I could do this research, because, like you said, so it's very authentic that anyone who is seeking eternal happiness and eternal satisfaction will definitely give Raj Yoga a try. And like we can hear Brother Enrique and Brother Bill here, they have at that very young age with issues in your life also you can switch and change, and that change has lasted how many years? 37 years.
7 years, same, yes.
Yes.
Same like Bill.
So tell me, in these in the beginning and throughout the years, any other wonderful moments that you want to share with us?
Well, there are many moments, magical moments, no? When it's like you have faith in something and you see how it happens so easily, no? For example, when I started, after 1 year I had the thought that I would like to open a center. So it was just a thought, but 4 years later, the opportunity came, and I got a job in the south of Spain, in Sevilla, and to have a job was the opportunity to go there because there was no one there. So I got the job, and I was so convinced that I would find immediately a place to live. And I was going with my motorbike, with train, and I had nothing there, no contact, no people, nothing. But in 1 hour I got an apartment, perfectly painted, everything ready, with a nice hall. So it was like, no doubt, I will find something immediately, and it was like this. No? And so many things like this that you feel that God is helping you and accompanying you, and you feel protected, and then you see how so many things were happening without doing much effort. And then the main thing I would say is your personal transformation, because you see that when you continue to follow, well, this lifestyle, you see changes inside yourself that you didn't believe that was possible. No? So then you feel happy, because to continue in this life you need to have achievements and you need to see changes. And when you see that you are changing, you are achieving things, you are feeling much better, so this gives you good energy, no, and wanting to continue. So I think this is the magic of this life. See the change that is happening in you, and then see the magic outside. And especially also in Madrid, this is the last magic. We found this place in less than 2 days.
This place?
This place.
It's
We
beautiful.
wanted to change because it was too expensive, the last one. Then we look in the internet. We found 2 places, less price. We want to see one, too much work to do. Second one, very good price, nice place, ever ready, and in 24 hours we bought the place. So it was really magic. When you say to someone here in Madrid, big city, to find a place, a house with 4 stores, and to buy it in 24 hours, they say this is impossible. So it happened.
You bought this place.
Yes. So
It's
there are
beautiful.
many magic moments that you see that is not your energy, something else that is happening, and I love when life has magic.
And Brother Bill, did you go with him to Sevilla as well?
No, I went to open another center in Canary Islands, in Las Palmas.
We were competing at that time.
Yes,
That's
were
good.
opening
It was a good competition.
opening centers, and I stayed there for 4 years. But then I went back to Barcelona because they needed it. It was not so much happening in Las Palmas, in a sense that another person could take care, and there was a need a bit of more of help in the main center that was Barcelona. So I stayed in Barcelona for almost 20 years
Oh,
from then.
and you were working in Barcelona.
Yes.
But when you went to Canary Islands, you were working there as well?
Yes, I had to find a work
Something.
also.
So you all work and support the center and
At the same time, yes.
At the same time, it's like your home. The way everybody supports their home, you support the center.
Exactly.
Wow. And so your work and everything is just for the lifestyle of of having a meditation classroom and serving people, and at the same time you're working every single day.
Exactly.
That is really, really amazing. And I liked what Brother Enrique, what you said about changing yourself first and then being able to serve. And that is very important, because even for me, if I had not felt happiness and life satisfaction, I could not have come up with the idea to do this research. And you would not be teaching and sharing meditation if it didn't really give him happiness and change his life. So we all, anyone out there who feels the need for having happiness and life satisfaction and finding fulfillment in your life, come and give it a try. And is there, Brother Bill, what about you? Share some aha moment that you feel, and anything deep. Okay, let's share the aha moment first. Something that shook you.
Well, aha moment for me is more that when you discover something or you get clarity about something. But what I remember most is these special experiences. Like Enrique was saying before, no, at the beginning, very deep experiences of silence, of peace. And another special moment was the first time I went to India, to the
Headquarters.
Brahma Kumari's headquarters. So a strange feeling of having been there. And it was very, very strange because I've never been in India before. But it was a feeling of reaching home.
Deja vu.
Deja vu, completely.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very, very special. And also, I had very special experiences, especially from experiences from what we call the, as you know, the soul world, the dimension of silence, really going beyond this physical world and feeling myself deep in a stage of deep silence, deep peace, beyond all this physical realm. That was especially in India, where I got these special deep experiences. And also I learned a lot from the seniors, like our sweet and dear Daddy Janki, Daddy Prakashmani, Daddy Gulsar. It was very nice at that time. That this was the year 87.
Mm-hmm.
I went to, at the end of the 86, I was there for the New Year's Eve, and all of them were there, these senior sisters. So it was very, very special. But I was not realizing how special was to meet these elevated souls. Then later on I realized.
Yeah, I know. It's always the case that once someone leaves, then the value is much more. And in the beginning, a lot of people didn't realize how important and how beneficial it was. But later, you realize that, oh, those were very deep moments and very special. So did you go together to Mount Abu, to the headquarters for the first time?
No, for the first time, no.
Okay.
Because we were very few in Barcelona at that time. Maybe in all Spain we were 8 Brahmins or 7.
And who was the head at that time?
Sister Mira.
Sister Mira,
yes.
the one who's in Malaysia?
No.
Another
she's
one.
not
Spanish
there.
Mira.
Spanish Mira.
Spanish.
Okay, Spanish Mira.
So I stay in Barcelona to take care of the center. So I felt very proud. After 3 months, they give me the honor of being alone, of course. All the group went to Madhuban. And
Mira was not in Madhuban.
Mira was not in Madhuban?
She must have been with
Or
her family, no?
with her family,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, everybody has relatives and family
In
that we all
December,
we visit and go back to. Yeah, it's not like we give up our family life forever. No, it's just that you're working and you're earning and
Yes.
you're using your income to help yourself. This is your passion. Like we know, we give time to our passion. So meditation and teaching meditation is a passion. And so you work and you do your passion, and of course your family life carries on.
Yeah.
So
So then I went after 6 months of starting this spiritual life, I went to Madhuban, and really was like going home again, the same like Bill, and enjoying the company, enjoying the seniors, and really was a very beautiful experience. And from then I went every year, so we both have been almost every year So people even in India, when they ask, first time in India? And I say, no, 35 times. Oh, what makes you come so many times to India? And I say, yes, because we enjoy here to
Yeah.
meditate. So they are surprised also, even in India,
Yeah.
that we go every year.
And me, when I see Brother Manfred, and I'm like, he's living in India.
Yes.
He's become an Indian.
Yes.
And it's amazing how, when I hear his life as well, it's really beautiful, and it's really amazing how you end up wanting to be there, because especially when you retire, and that it's the best place. I wanted to ask you, which point of knowledge can you share with us that you would interest anybody out there as well, that touched you the most?
Well, there is not one point that touched me the most.
I'm sure.
But I love very much the points about knowledge, about the drama. And drama is always beneficial. There is always beneficial.
Explain the word drama a bit, because some of the audience might not know what that is.
Okay. Drama is, well, I would say drama is life, cycle of life, how it changes constantly. So every scene in life is beneficial. Even if we don't see immediately the benefit, but behind, when you observe like a detached observer, you realize that there is a lesson behind that, or there is a training for you on that situation, even if there is a strong situation, but there is always a training. And I can see my life has happened many, many things, many painful things also. But finally I'm here. So I would not be here if I have not passed through all these situations. So then I realize it's true. Life is always beneficial, brings always benefit. So then when you have this faith now, then you see the future and see everything in the future will be the best. Not because there will be good things in a sense like people feel, but because they will bring some benefit for you and for others. So I feel this is very powerful to believe in life and to have this faith that life is always beneficial and is always contributing for the best of all of us, even if we don't see or don't understand, but behind that there is the benefit.
That is such a beautiful point, and I think we all relate to the fact that even Jesus said, "Thy will be done," and even in the Sikh religion we have the sentence "Tera pana mitha lage," which also means "Thy sweet will be done." And even as a small example of what you just said, I wasn't supposed to be in Madrid. I was supposed to be on a cruise, and we missed the flight. And at that time, we were also observing how come this is happening. And we did everything correctly, and the flight was delayed, and the connection flight took off without us, and there was no other flight. And we tried our best, but at the back of my mind, there was a little subtle thought, oh, I know Brother Bill in Madrid, and maybe we need to meet him. And here we are. And my friend is not well, so she got a chance to recuperate here and to have soup and to get some medicines, because on the cruise the first 2 days there's no pot, and she would have not been able to get any medication as well. So there's all, see, at that time we are like, what's happening? But luckily, because both of us understand drama, we were a bit detached and a bit okay with anything, and we just, but it doesn't mean you don't do. So because I looked at my schedule and I'm like, okay, I can board the flight, I can board the cruise on the next port. So there's a chance. I mean, you'll miss 1 or 2 days, but you can still join. It's not like you wasted all your money or something, no. So I really agree with you that even in life, when we look at the birds and we look at the animals, everything is taken care of. It's only we humans that worry too much. So there's no need to worry, because things will fall into place even if you're in the midst of the worst situation. But like Brother said, we need to reflect on what it is that we can learn from this. Because when we learn the lesson, then the lesson is passed. P-A-S-S-E-D. We pass it. But if we haven't learned the lesson, it will not pass, and we will keep finding situations similar so that we can pass. So life is at this point, because we've come through the cycle of time and many lifetimes. So we've reached a point that we have to pass certain test papers. I see that. And so that's very beautiful. And any of you interested to go deeper, please come and visit Brother Enrique and Brother Bill here in Madrid, and anywhere in Spain and anywhere in the world, and learn Raj Yoga and ask.
Most welcome.
Yes, and ask about the chapter of the cycle of time and drama. So, Brother Bill, in your case, share a point of knowledge, but mainly an experience that knowledge was relevant to you. People like stories, you know.
It's a little bit as Enrique was saying, there are so many experiences, but for me, one of the points of knowledge that always has inspired me is the aim of Raj Yoga, which is self-sovereignty, which is to become the master of your mind, the master of your thoughts, the master of your feelings. So the experience is not a specific experience, but when I was working as a teacher, because then through many years I was a teacher in electronics and computer science, but students are quite challenging. So a very interesting experience is to keep this practice when you are in front of the students and they challenge you with their behavior and their naughtiness, and to practice this thought that, well, I am in control of myself. They may do whatever they do, but I am the one who is here having the reins of my mind, and I can watch, as it was said before, as a detached observer, these situations. And I had very good experiences that I was able to keep myself stable, peaceful, and respond from that consciousness. No? So to be a teacher is a very good training for practicing all these things, because you are in front and everyone is seeing you, and you are there in the middle.
Being a teacher is, in fact, being able to be the best student.
Yes.
I agree there. Yeah, I agree there. So, like Brother Bill said, it's very true. And in Raj Yoga, as well as in the 6 scriptures, there's a saying in Man Jite Jagjit, means you win the mind and you win the world. And winning the mind is not, when we say win the world, it's mostly winning your own life. And when you win your life, automatically the life around you is also won, is also fine. So it's very interesting that Raj Yoga allows you to see your emotions. When we say mind, it is emotions, it is thoughts, it is feelings, and it's your nature and your habits, everything. And so when you are able to observe that, you can shift it, you can decide, because it's your mind. Anyone can speak to you rudely and angrily, but it's up to you to accept it and react or not. Because if it's not true, then I'm in charge of my mind. I can pause and not allow that to go in, which normally we react. Anybody is angry, we just react. So in Raj Yoga, we learn to be in charge of our mind. So I totally relate to that. And it is, of course, with experience. There's a lot of practice and a lot of, but the practice is very beautiful. And the practice is what makes us perfect, right? It's, I just want to say that, I met Brother Bill and I had no idea about you, brother. And I already felt very pure and positive energy and love in Rome. We just met on this trip. And I know so many seniors. I'm surprised I haven't met Brother Bill. And I've been doing interviews for Light of Knowledge International with many, many people. And whoever's there in the headquarters at the same time as me, we kind of team up and do. And today we're just doing it in Madrid informally, because I got a second opportunity to meet Brother Bill so soon. And to come to his home and Baba's home in the same trip is something I never thought of, and it's just happened. and then to meet you, and like it's like he has a twin. He's already so great, and now another one, double, already double. So we talk about double light. So here's double light.
This is the magic of life.
Yes.
Something that you don't expect, and then it happens.
Yeah, and you both are the double light of Spain and double light of everywhere you go. I'm sure all the places in Spain have benefited from your amazing experiences and sharing and service, selfless service. This is what we call selfless service. They earn and they just do this as a passion, as something that they love. And I know meditation is always taught free of charge, and if anybody wants to donate, that just goes in the box. But basically they're earning and doing everything themselves to serve you all. So come and take advantage and enjoy and learn Raj Yoga. And for today, I'll say, I think we did quite a long episode already. Thank you so much, Brother Enrique, and thank you
Thanks
so
to
much,
you
Brother
for the
Bill.
invitation.
Yeah, and hope to see you again. We need to do many more. We need to know more about your lives and more about the valuable experiences that you have. Om Shanti.
We are happy to keep sharing. Om Shanti.
So thank you, everyone, and I'm sure you will appreciate this interview, and we will have more interviews with both of them. And Spain has suddenly become very interesting, more interesting than even before, and I'm sure there's a calling out there, and you will hear it. Om Shanti.